Please make a video on survival houses. No problem, dude, I got you. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Mystical Plays. And as you can see here today, I've got 5 starter base ideas here to show you. And we're going to go over them one by one. Now, starting off with the first example that we have over here. This is a house slash factory. I'm not entirely sure. But I put those 3 chimneys up there because they look quite nice. As you can see, we have, a gradient from oak to jungle wood, then down to mud, which looks quite nice. Now, we have a whole lot of little details out the side here. You see, we have some leaves. As you can see, we have a terrace. We have a kind of, I guess this is a diving board down into the lake, as you can see, which a lake is another detail that we have. And yeah, if you just go all around, then you can see we've got a lot of greenery. So this house looks very connected with nature, we could say. Also, we can come in this door into this house. And as you can see, we have a lot of chests in this house, of course, because every starter base, every survival base needs some storage. We also have this balcony door here, so we can come in if you want. And yeah, it's quite spacious here in the middle anyway. We have sort of 2 of these like top floors, but not really top floors. And then, we have multiple exits. This is my favorite one, again, the diving board. So yeah, I just came up with something like this, and I really like it, and it makes for quite a good looking survival house. Nothing too much more to add over here. Now, moving on to our next one. As you can see here, this is a boat. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to building boats, but I tried my best with this one and I'm quite happy with it. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to make boats because I don't really feel qualified enough to do that, but I mean, this is sort of the general shape. As you can see, this is the shape of, I guess, a water drop or maybe a bullet, I don't know. And of course, whenever you're making a base, it doesn't always have to be a house, right? It can be a boat, it can be a plane, it can be a car, it can be whatever you want. And that's what we're going over today. We're basically coming up with ideas for our starter bases. So if you have a look inside, we have, as you can see, a whole of storage room, and then a bed. Yeah, just storage really, and then a staircase up to the main captain corridor, I guess, or what is it called? Let me think of it. I don't know. I forgot what the main room in the ship is called, but whatever. It's quite a cool little boat. I added in these flags for extra detail. I really love the flags. They look really cool, as well as this one here in the back as well. Look quite nice. Yeah, these 2 chimneys really are the highlight of this whole boat. They're nice and red, using mangrove wood and red terracotta, as well as a little bit of a spot of orange terracotta, as you can see there, just to add in a little bit of texture. But nothing much more to add to this. Now let's move over to our next build over here, and as you can see here, this is the good old classic mound. Every one of you have made one of these, and for good reason. It's simple to make, it's easy to make on your first few days of Minecraft World. All you have to do really is get a lot of dirt, but of course you can add in some packed mud as well as some, coarse dirt. And if you come inside, then this place looks extremely lived in, as you can see. We have a hanging bed, it's one of my favorite little details. Hanging anvil as well. I did this with string, as you can see there. It's hard to see, but you can see it there. So that always looks quite cool. Put in some pillars, of course, to make this place look supported, because you wouldn't want this collapsing on you. Right, and then it's quite nice and ambient. You don't really want too many lights in here. I think I overdid it with lights. Let's get rid of this okay, maybe not. Yeah, I think that lantern was necessary, but maybe get rid of this lantern over here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Just get a little bit of a moodier atmosphere in here, because you are underground in a mound, right? So it's not going to be too bright in here, because that would completely destroy the ambience. But of course, it looks very worn down. It looks very dirty. And of course, we have some chests and barrels for storage, so that's always nice. We have some smokers, some more grass. Pale hanging moss is really nice, as well as regular hanging roots. And then we have, as you can see here, a little fireplace for the chimney that we have outside. So that's the chimney, right? And this is the fireplace that we have inside. And I think it looks quite cool, because of course, if you are living in a mound, you don't want it to be cold. You want some heating, of course. So you have a trapdoor here for the fire, and we have some waxed exposed copper. It really blends in well with the packed mud and the andesite. Or no, sorry, granite. I keep mixing them up. We have some dripstone that also blends in really well. And some signs, of course, to add in that extra spot of detail where it's necessary. Now, moving on to our next build. This right here. This is a hot air balloon. And yeah, it's not really that easy to build in Minecraft Survival, especially not early game. But I think it's worth it. It looks quite nice. And it's easy to find your base whenever you're lost. You can just like have a look and, oh, there's my base, right? You can fit a lot inside the balloon itself, but you can also just be outside have all your stuff hanging from the balloon, right? You can make this basket bigger if you want as well. And of course, you know, a ladder to get up to your bed and to your valuables as well. I don't really have to worry about lighting because no mob's going to spawn up here, right? On these trapdoors, I don't think they can. So I think you're safe when it comes to mob spawning. So if you're struggling to build hot air balloons, then try look up some reference pictures, maybe a tutorial, right? Don't follow the tutorial block by block, but rather just learn from it, right? Maybe build it once and then build it once again without the tutorial. Just sort of get the dimensions of building such a thing. Now moving over to our last build, as you can see here, this is a tree house. Now I've used the new resin blocks because I really love them. They give this sort of saturated orange. As you can see on the sides, we get darker the higher we go to represent it getting weathered at the top. And of course this house is one with nature. It's been built on this tree a long time ago, so the branches come up through the house out of the roof. And then of course we have the interior. As you can see, a whole lot of chests and some windows, some, you know, pillars and stuff like that. We've got our branch coming up through the roof, as you can see there, and we've got a bed, as you can see, just to sleep in, and a painting, of course, because you want to, again, paintings are a great little detail for houses. And what else am I missing? Not really missing anything, really. Furnaces, you know, the usual starter base stuff. Right, these are just some concepts for your house. Obviously resin is a bit difficult to get in the early game, as well as red sandstone, terracotta, so you can adjust the palette to your liking. I'm just giving you ideas here, right? Now when it comes to building trees, again, I'm no expert. I tried my best, but it does look a little bit janky, but I guess maybe it's meant to look a bit like that. I mean, it looks like this house has been plumped on top of this tree, and this tree cannot cope with it, right? It's bending in all sorts of shapes and directions. Yeah, building tree houses, I mean, depending on what kind of tree you're making, right? The house is easy, but the tree is the difficult part. So it's not really much of a starter house, this, but you can give it a go. I mean, that's all this video is really about. I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas for Minecraft bases. So if you liked any of these, then you know what to do. But that's been all from me, Mystical Plays, and I'll see you again in another video. So see you later. Bye.